Hello everybody and welcome, my name is Ursa and we are playing Civilization 6 A to Z as Japan. Japan, you say? Well, yes, that is next on the alphabet. It's funny how these things work. As usual, the channel supporters on Ko-fi and Patreon, plug, you can support me there. They have set me a good challenge using Japan, and it's relatively simple today. It's all about chaining, like one super snake that you used to see on your Nokia phone. Yes, I know which brick you used to have. It was a wonderful phone. Why did you ever throw it away? Its battery lasted for days. It didn't break like your flip phone. Your flip phone broke, the screen broke, and now your touch screen, you dropped it and smashed it within 5 weeks of buying it. You should have kept your brick. I used to love my brick. If you've never played Snake on a Nokia, which surprises me, you'll know that it's all about chaining little bits of food together to make your snake longer, and that's effectively what we'll be doing today. We will be restoring, using this districts receiving additional standard adjacency bonus for being adjacent to another district, to basically say we can only build a district, any district, specialist or otherwise, including city centres. That also includes, we can only put something down if it is next to another thing. So for instance, I settle in place here, and I decide, you know what, I'm going to put a holy site on this tile. I'll put a campus over here, and then for instance, I'll put an encampment down on this tile. Now I can settle a city maybe there. You see what I'm doing here? Every district I put down must be next to another district, including city centres. This is going to be quite tough. As usual, if you want to play along with me, I keep the save file in Discord for you to come and copy and paste. I do not have any game modes on, nor have I got any game-changing mods on today. This is a continents and islands map. My kind of small challenge is I want to see if I can get off this continent that I'm on. If I can make a continuous bridge using harbours and water parks, I'm going to be very happy with myself. I will allow myself to connect two landmasses together if it meets a couple of rules. If I don't have any other settlement on that landmass and it will be connected by a harbour, then I might allow myself to do it. But I don't know how that's going to work, because I'd have to rush it. No, I think I'm going to have to, no, the usual rules. I think it's just got to be a continuous chain. I'm going to see if I can get off the continent. That might be fun. It's small, it's 6 starting civilizations, it's all the usual stuff. Deity, standard speed. It's going to be a laugh. And actually, this limitation may slow me down. No endless city spam, because, you know, the problem is if I just show you what a 4-tile radius looks like, I would have to settle a city kind of on the outskirts of this current ring. But I've got to put districts over to get there, and that's quite a lot of production. If anything, if I use specialist districts, then it will need to be a minimum population 7 city. Logistically, this is going to be quite tough. It also means I have to work on building up a city before moving on to the next one, so playing relatively tall and concise, and I don't know what victory we're going to go for here. This is going to be tough. Luckily for me, Japan likes to build districts. Not only do I get encampments, holy sites and theatre squares for half the cost, but those encampments later down the line, once we have gone down to armories and military engineers, I'll be able to print these things in order to rush specialist green districts. Aqueducts I think are going to be quite handy here, as are dams, and then much later into the game, once I've unlocked neighborhood districts, that's when we'll start to be able to print things pretty quickly. Half-priced holy sites mean that I can rush a holy site and get Feed the World. Feed the World is going to be crucial here, because Feed the World means more housing, more population, more food, and more districts. That's going to be a really important thing for me to do. I'll also be able to rush Moksha. Now Moksha will let me print districts using Faith with the Divine Architect card. I'm going to have to go down this route before going Pingala, which feels really odd, but you know what? Contra strategy is what we're all about, and settling in place, well, there's lots of stuff around. I don't really know what's going to be useful and what isn't going to be useful, but this is a plains hill, so I'm going to take it. I could move down off the hill, I'd lose a production, and I wouldn't really gain anything, so yeah, just gonna put this there. I'm going to move my warrior down. I think what's going to be really useful here, I think going astrology, that's going to be pretty handy, and as much as rushing a settler would be a good idea in a normal game, I won't be able to do that because I won't be able to put it anywhere, not until this city grows nicely. I'll unlock holy sites to rush Feed the World. Once I've got that, I think we're going to rush encampments because I can print them so quickly, and then we'll also be making our way down to theatre squares. Making use of half-cost districts at the beginning of the game will be pretty pretty handy. I'm thinking maybe preserves? That might be a fun thing as well. But certainly getting Moksha out quick might be handy. Government plazas is also a really good option for me. So I could go monument to rush the monument through, or I could actually go for a scout start. Let's see if we can scout and get some useful infrastructure. So we can pick up some more population, maybe a builder or two. Maybe I'll even do the most amazing thing where I take a scout and go into a tribal hut and unlock another scout. Yes, I know, craziness. Who's that? Buenos Aires. Lovely. More amenities? That's what I like to see. And there are the chocolate hills right below me, as well as some barbarians. That is very handy because that will help towards the bronze working boost. Interesting. Okay, well in that case I might just have a play around with them. Let's just hit them once and then I'll start making my way around. I like to make scouts follow nice low terrain. Following up the river's quite handy. We are really near the top of the map, so settling down might be the option for us today. And actually look at that, astrology 7 turns. I think I'm going to sling it up and hope that we can get a slinger boost later. Early Empire boosted, that's quite handy. That's an easier governor later down the line. We might take that up quite nicely later on. What's in the goodie hut? Unit earned experience. Well, that's boring. I'll give it Alpine because I normally give it Alpine. I like to make scouts travel over hills because I like hills in real life and also it's good for visibility. I've also found Brussels just there. That's 2 city-states. Two industrial city-states. So my capital's getting +2 against wonders and buildings. Not units. Just wonders and buildings. Okay, we'll have to remember that. Maybe the monument play was what to go for here. Maybe. I still think a holy site is going to be a useful addition for me. Oh, Brussels is finishing off that barb encampment. I thought my scout would be able to just nab in and steal it like a jerk. Actually, there's another scout there. I might be able to get a decent kill. Battle cry and charge in for era score. Beautiful. I think going for bronze working next could be useful, but I think also going for a campus is going to be quite handy. So I will just work the campus. And now that I can get the holy site, oh, I love how quickly you can build them as Japan. We need to start planning this. I think joking aside, my original plan is sort of genius. If I plonk, I mean, I could go for a campus on this tile, but I think what I'll do is go holy site to get it down quickly. Then I will campus next to Mount Fuji. That's always going to go well. And then we'll put something down there. I'm not sure what that's going to be for now, but it'll be something. Oh, I like the fact the game knows that's a blank. Oh, it knows that it's a district. That's amazing. I love that. That's such a nice little touch. Yeah, I think settling down this way and then either putting a city on one of those 2 tiles, I think that might be a good play. I reckon I might be able to go and nab this truffle if I settle over in this direction. Yeah, I think luxuries are going to be quite important. I need to try and beeline them a little bit. Okay, let's get the holy site done quickly. I need feed the world. Code of laws. I just completed my holy site, but God King will come down quickly to help me get this religion and Pantheon combo. I will go discipline because the barbs already are annoying me, and I've pinned this slinger down. Oh look, Fuji is about to erupt already. I knew it. I knew it. I'm going to just holy site prayers it. We're not going to take any risks. I need feed the world this game. I really do. So we're going to rush it as quickly as we can. Brazil are the first people that we meet. Yes, I'd love to sample your city. Oh no, I let them sample my city. Oh, what a foolish move. I thought I was going to theirs. There's bronze working, by the way. We did get the boost. I was kind of relatively desperate to get that one. Where are you? Where do you live? Oh, you're kidding me. There's Cardiff. That's 3 industrial city-states. That is mental. Well, if we weren't thinking about heavily using industrial zones, even before Japan's electronics factory upgrade, I mean, now we really have to consider it. Using districts to build other districts is always quite fun, but this is rather silly. Ethiopia. Actually, having met Brazil and Ethiopia is a worrying sign. Both of those civs are very likely to go early game profits. Very likely. And if I'm going to do well on this map, I have to get Feed the World. I am not happy about this. This is not a good set of random AI to find. Ugh. I think someone's going to have to get blood sacrifices ready. We're going to have to sacrifice something to guarantee this religion. I can tell it already. Now, whenever you have at least 1 marsh tile in your empire, I immediately think Lady of Reeds and Marshes, but we'll just have a quick peek and see. Lots of marsh over on that side of the map. We're really only doing it for 1 tile, which I don't know if that's worth it. Divine Spark obviously helps us to get our religion. That can't be turned away as well. City Patron Goddess lets you build districts quicker, but Japan build them quite quickly anyway, so I don't know if that would be a useless thing or a really good thing. Do I go Fire Goddess in the hope that Fuji sprays volcanic soil everywhere? It might be good, but it also might be rubbish. River Goddess, 2 amenities and 2 housing immediately from this holy site. That would push my capital into happy, and it would start to make it grow and build things at 10% faster, so that would actually be worth a reasonable chunk of stuff. And you know how much I like building my holy sites. The only problem is it would kind of force me to building holy sites on rivers, and I don't need anything that's going to force me to do one thing over the other. That I think could get difficult later into the game. You know what I could do? Fertility rights. The builder's useful. Builder is really useful, but city growth rate being 10% higher, that's really handy. That's going to stack later into the game, and that might help our cities to grow, and that's going to be really helpful because we need to grow. Yeah, no, this makes sense. Also just boosted irrigation, give myself a good tile. I like it. Yeah. Population's key, and this will help me to get those districts out quicker. Goodness me, look how close Ethiopia and Brazil have settled to each other. Are they already at war? They are already at war. Oh boy, I need to go and see what's happening here. Yeah, we might actually get really lucky with our neighbours in the sense that I think they might be too busy fighting each other to actually fight me. I like that. That is a positive outcome for me if that's what happens. Yeah, look, they're really going for it. Hopefully it means as well that they're not going to see me creeping in and settling right next to them. That's the hope anyway. Ethiopia just took this city from Brazil. That leaves Brazil with 1 city and Ethiopia with 4. I have a feeling we're going to go to 2 neighbours to 1, and that 1 neighbour is going to be exceedingly powerful. This may go terribly wrong for me. Animal husbandry, I'm just going to pick up quickly to pick up that ivory. And I will just improve this tile to get craftsmanship so I can switch to urban planning, and that's fine for now. And I just got to build a unit from a tribal hut as well, so that was definitely worth it. I don't need to waste it on my capital just yet. I'll hold on to it, but it's nice to have options. Foreign trade boosted as well. Oh my lord, it's all kicking off. I think, touch wood, this is the first and only great prophet. And there we go, feed the world. Feed the world. I don't have a shrine just yet, but doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Feed the world, and guess what? We're going to go with my other favourite as well. It's time to brush your teeth. Bit of extra gold, bit of extra everything, a bit of extra yum. That's what I say to that. Right, Holy Site Prayers is no longer needed. We need to just get the infrastructure in. If I build the shrine, then that means that I'll have enough money right now to buy the monument. That could be handy. Yeah, that'll get us early game stuff and unlock us this district quicker. So I'll buy the monument, build the shrine. Lovely. Where is this slinger going, and how far does this spit of snow last? And are there any tribal huts up there? These are all the questions that nobody in their right mind would ever ask. But I am, because I'm not in my right mind. I play thousands of hours of Civ. That should be any warning that you'd ever need about my character. In comes the camp though, and look, horsey, lots of horsey. Strategics and luxury resources are going to be problematic for me, thinking about it. They're going to be probably the most limiting thing in terms of where I put things, other than my own district rules, which I'm already sort of regretting. I think now we're going to go towards bronze working and get this sorted. And actually next turn, I'll be able to start building the campus. Lovely. Oh, good. Oh, good. There we go. The beautiful shrine is now complete. 3 food, 2 housing. Yum. I also just have realized that the extra growth bonus actually comes in as an amenity bonus for whatever reason. It's not an amenity bonus. That's not what it is at all, but it's good. It's there, and we love it. I can sell my elephants for a little bit of gold if that's something that might be worth it, but I think for now, keeping to +1 isn't too bad, because we will probably need that in a bit. That's a +3 campus, I'm just realizing, so that'll help my science a lot, and more importantly, will push me towards being able to put districts down. It is very much going to be a race to put the cities down this game. Like, how quickly can I put cities down? Ethiopia is all gone. Catastrophic eruption. 5 tiles improved. Oh, I mean, it did technically destroy my campus, but there was nothing on the campus, so I think it's fine. Also, look how amazingly spindly this piece of land is. If that's not an invitation to be growing cities down this way, I don't know what would be. Horseback riding boosted, and more important, I now have horse sauce leaching into my empire, which I will be able to sell along with my elephant jam. Oh, Brazil. Oh, Brazil, what are you doing? No, 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 no. Oh, you are lucky. You are lucky I am not on that sort of game, because honestly, I would... Run away. Run away. Yeah, you are lucky I'm not on this sort of game. Woolen. It's a few games in a row I've started next to that city. It just seems to be the flavor of the day at the moment. First, governor. Now, Moksha, I really do think that getting Moksha early is a good thing, but I need to rush theology to get my temple. And my culture output is terrible, and with Pingala, it will remain terrible. So, do I just try and get my city fed and up to population just with Moksha? I could get rid of this marsh. That, okay, is a little bit of food. So there are harvestables. That one. I mean, I could also get rid of this wheat, but that means the watermill wouldn't be effective later into the game, so that's not ideal. I'm working a lot of production down there. If I just force work this marsh, which seems like a terrible move, that takes a turn off. Yeah, you know what, I'm just gonna have to stick to my guns on this one. 2 extra faith for every specialty district in the city. Let's just do it. Go on, let's don't even think about it, Ursa. Just go crazy. Georgia, Tama, nice to meet you. Where are you? You're down here, Katasi. Are you the other person building a religion? Oh, Ethiopia, and you are building a religion. Okay, well, as long as it doesn't compete with my religion, I don't really mind what you do. Campus gives me era score. Beautiful stuff. Has there been another capture somewhere? I'm just thinking about this, but no, Brasilia's now down there. So Brazil is continuing to settle. Georgia probably won't like that, but, you know, who am I to judge? Got a little bit more science now. That's nice, but not a particularly useful thing. Grape up. Now, see, this is the thing. I would quite like hanging gardens. Growth rate by 15% in all cities, combined with my Pantheon, would be good. Actually getting that down, though, it's a lot of production, and I don't really have a lot of production in this city. It would be 180. I mean, I think it's more than that, isn't it? How much production is this? No, 180. So, in theory, I could build it in 13 turns, and it wouldn't necessarily be too bad an idea. It's just whether or not the game would let me get hanging gardens. That seems like quite a big one to ask. Don't know. Gonna get granary. Any food will help right now. Anything. And irrigation, I didn't really explain, but irrigation, I want to get rid of this marsh. That, when I'm on 6 population, that'll just push me over to 7, and that'll be very handy for myself. Oh, the spearman is just chasing me. I'm on coastal land. I have advantage against barbarians. I'm going to just hold my ground on this hill and hope I don't get killed. Nope, it's just going to stand there. All right, if you stand there, I will win this battle. Gobastan. The amount of times Georgia starts next to that wonder is incredible. I mean, I know obviously it's a TSL thing, but yeah, mad that. I killed the spearman, but now there's a warrior. Is the warrior going to attack? No, the warrior's just chilling there as well. Okay, you know what? I don't even know what's happening anymore. This is just a weird situation to find yourself in. And hanging gardens, you know what? Sometimes you just have to try these things, don't you? The question is going to be where I put it. Where I put it is actually a good question, because I don't want to ever limit myself in terms of districts and where I'm going to be expanding. I'm probably going to be expanding on this side. And by the way, I am not counting wonders as districts, okay? It's not a thing. I refuse to acknowledge that. I'm going to put it here because I think it's going to be most out of the way, and I think I can probably put lots of theatre squares next to it, but I might regret that. I might regret that quite a bit. Maybe I'll put it up a little bit further to the north and hope that I can get some cities to link into it. I could go theatre square there if the wonder was... I mean, it's not going to happen in time, though. I'm going to put it there. Yeah, I don't know if there's a sensible move there. How much would be 32 food to chop that? 32 food. Food needed to grow 34. So I do have that chop available to me when I think I can work something that is worth working. I think that made sense. So I go and get this there's some horses below me. Maybe I should just go get those. I can save a bigger chop as well. The more techs and the more civics I've unlocked, the more that each chop is worth. So that could be something to hang on to as well. I don't think, by the way, I'm going to be able to get a golden age. It's way too early in the game to be doing anything too funny. And, I've kind of done all of the easy stuff. I was hoping I'd find another barb encampment, but I haven't really been given the option. My slinger is just sort of attacking and being destroyed by random barbs. Can't really find anything in this direction either. So it's a tough crowd. Oh, I'm going to regret doing this, but I'm going to chop the marsh now. Get the population, crystallize that. It's working. It's working a specialist. Don't do that. How much is a builder? 230. I've almost got enough horse to sell for 230. Almost. We'll do that next turn. I'll get another builder. I'll work another tile. I'll see if I can get this horse. That source of horse. I can get that into my nation. It should be fine. Yep, there we go. Builder. Done. And then I can go and how much is it to get this horse in? 95. That's a lot. Okay, I'll at least go and work this farm tile because that will be another farm. I can start boosting feudalism, but it's at least something else to work that gives me one extra production towards these hanging gardens. Oh, Brazil, that's not handy. That's not handy. Don't start doing things like that because I'm not going to be able to easily compete with you for stuff like this, am I? Why don't you ever think about my feelings? If it flips, maybe I can use a city-state army to go and take it or something. I don't know. There you go. We're working Metal. We're careening towards 7 population, and that means that I should probably be thinking about getting a settler in soon. Exodus of Evangelists might be a really good one for me. I'm going to start spreading my religion around a little bit now, and I think that's going to be a good opportunity to get that going. Ethiopia and Georgia have got religions. We'll keep an eye on them, but I don't think I've got to worry too much. Oh look, there's another city there now. Oh joy. Okay, it's going to be one of those games. They know it. They're taking advantage of the fact that I can't move quickly. They know that I'm on a challenge game. They can sniff it. The AI is like, Ursa's doing something interesting. We better be annoying. Yeah, my slinger died. There was that was some classic Ursa incompetence that caused that death. But I'm going to just say the game was being unfair and just pretend that that's true. Oh, everyone's on a golden age, by the way. So yeah, we're not going to be winning any cities back anytime soon, or cities there. I mean, I could steal a city. In theory, it just has to abide by the usual rules. Like, if I steal a city, it's got to be, in line with everything else. Otherwise, what's the point? I'm just going to put Corvée in. Lovely. Another promotion. Let's go for laying on of hands. It's totally pointless, but it's quite handy. Well, I can sell my open borders, actually. Oh, yeah. Little influx of money. That means I can get this tile and work some horsies. Horse juice. It's just what my nation needs. Oh, there's so much war. Brazil is now at war with everyone and they want to be my friends. You know what? I hate to do this, Brazil, but I feel like I might just play the field for a while. I might just see how things go with the others. I'm seeing people on the side or underneath me. They're not really they're not to the side when they're underneath. No. Oh no, did that just explode? No. Okay, that didn't. I was like, oh no, don't you dare. Oh my goodness, we did it. We actually built it. Hanging Gardens, growth, 15%, all cities. With my Pantheon, that means it's 25% extra growth in all cities. With Feed the World, we might have accidentally stumbled across something that works really well with districts. Let's hope that this will be an amazing way for us to just catapult ourselves into the late game. It's also really handy for later on. I think, let's go for the encampment first because I'm going to end up accidentally using that as a sort of defensive perimeter. How's the settling looking like around here? It's okay. I think the best thing I can do is just settle closer to the AS. I'm going to take the tile to the south. That's going to be the one, and we're going to commit to going encampment there. Now, I will be able to place that because at the time of placement, it will not clash with this city centre. I can put the city centre down afterwards. That's what I'm hoping. I'll start putting a couple of turns into settlers now as well. Fountain of Youth, goodness me. Georgia has all of the luxury, wonderific tastiness. They have a lot of tasty time. That's what I'm trying to say. Is that a thing? Oh, look. Oh, Brazil's got my religion. Crusade, anyone? I'm also praying at the fact that this volcano is so active at the beginning of the game, it might mean that it's not active late game. It's not always true, but you can hope, you can cling to foolish superstition, and that to me feels like a particularly good foolish superstition. Oh, it's a good thing I still have a builder around, because that just killed, it didn't kill population though. I was about to say that would have been an absolute nightmare. Oh, you know what I need to do before I lose that pop? I'm just going to put the encampment down, and now I can finish the pop. And then that will get lost, and that's all fine. Anything bad get broken? Yeah, probably should go. And you know what? I won't go fix that. I'm going to just wait here with the builder for now. Is that worth it? Now I'm going to go and fix it. The slightly frustrating thing about where the AI has placed their cities at the moment is it kind of blocked off all other access. Oh, no. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. I am not in the mood, Ethiopia. I will block you. Oh, Don't you dare. Look. Look. My settler is just here. All I need to do is finish this encampment. Don't do it. Don't do it. Where could you go? They want to go here or there. So I'm going to block you off by moving my units in such a way. I'm going to have to just gamble that this volcano doesn't kill my settler next turn. If it does, I might cry. I don't just skip through my unit. Don't just travel through it. Get stuck. Yes, they're stuck. The AI doesn't know what to do. It is confused. It's lacking any common sense. I'll take it. It means I can plonk down there. And then, yep, next turn, the encampment finishes. Oh no, they did skip through. Luckily. Oh my lord. That could not have come any further away. District, 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 district. Continuing the line. District. Oh, goodness me. That was sweaty butt time. But we did it. We got the city down, and now we need to actually think, what are we going to do from here? Because I can gamble on the fact that I could build districts down and try and connect up one of these two, but I'm having to rely on the fact that AI would put districts on either this tile or this tile. If they did that, then in theory, I could build a line down and steal the city. You know what I could do? Right, here is a fiendish plan. If I put a government plaza there, they would be very tempted to put districts down, wouldn't they? I mean, why wouldn't you? There's extra adjacency there. Oh, that's a gamble though. And to do that, I'd have to go 1, 2, 3. Oh, you know what? I'm going to need engineering and aqueducts quickly, because I feel like I'm going to need this extra district in order to make this work. And yeah, this is tough. Oh my lord, this is really tough. Yeah, I don't know about that one. You're going to have to leave that one with me. I'm going to have to ponder that for a bit. But as you can see, my capital's kind of a bit broken still. Not great, but what can you do? I could Temple of Artemis this. Now that would be another alternative thing to do. I've got 1, 2, 3 upgradable, and it would be 4 over there. So if I put it on this tile, which I was really hoping to put lots of food down there, but Temple of Artemis would help my city growth again. I've got lucky once so far, so I'm gonna just ride my luck and see what happens. You settle too close. I actually will take the diplomatic favour from both of you, because the chances are I won't be coming back down in that direction for a little while. So now I have 60 diplomatic favour, and I can kind of hold on to that maybe for later, or I can try and sell it back for quite a bit. Yeah, I have very much backed myself into a corner here. Where am I gonna... where's worth settling? Where is worth putting the districts down? I think we're gonna have to do the gamble. I'm gonna leave this as an option by buying this tile and then selling some horse sauce like so, in order to then afford to buy this tile. That will always remain an option to me. Just in case one of these two cities does want to flip, I can make sure that we could go down in that direction. And I think gambling on getting good holy site placement down could be the thing to do here. So I'm going to do it. Oh man, this feels like such a weird play. But I'm doing it, and I love it. This is the sort of mental stuff you have to do on challenge games, you know? You have to think very, very weirdly. But just in case either of those cities decides to put a district down on either of those two tiles, I can strike immediately. There's a gentle eruption. Yep, Fuji's still going. It's still just refusing to behave, and unfortunately that's the tile that I literally just upgraded, but never mind. Oh, and that is a lot of religion you just put... Oh, I don't want to play this game. Okay, so, right, we might have to defend my religion. It's because I didn't spread the religion immediately. The computer saw it as an opening, it went for it. You know, that's the sort of cheeky play that Ursa would pull. So I can't even be that annoyed. It's just frustrating. What I could do is declare on Ethiopia, but I've just started a good gold deal with them. Oh, fine. You know what? I'm going to keep an eye on the missionaries. If they start going towards me, then I might have to take drastic action. I'm just going to really keep spreading it to me then. All right. Well, that's a bit frustrating, but I guess better there than at my capital. You know, there is an opening here. There is an opening here. If I destroy this city, then suddenly I have a lot of separate places that I could settle. Oh, that would be tough. but it's possible. The problem is Ethiopia is just as likely to settle in this direction. I'm gonna let it flip to me, and then I'm gonna refuse it, and then hopefully I'll have bought enough time to think about something clever. Because at the moment, I'll be honest, something clever is not coming to me. I am struggling with something clever here. Isn't that ironic when the Great Bath is being built on a river that then gets flooded? It's like, what have you got to do to catch a break in Civ? Not that. Yeah, I thought this had happened. Ethiopia have actually got missionary zeal on, which is the most frustrating thing. It's that they nip around at the speed of light, their builders. It's just, well, they're missionary, sorry. It's just like, please calm down. Please just slow down, calm down. We built Temple of Artemis though. Camp, pasture, and plantation, all within 4 tiles of the wonder, provides +1 amenity. I think that is +3, if I've counted properly already, possibly up to +4 a little bit later. But the most important thing is I think it's extra 3 housing and 4 food, or is it the other way around? I can never remember which way around this one is. 4 food, 3 housing. Okay, I had it the wrong way around. But I think we're getting, 3 amenities from improvements already. Delish. Nom nom nom. My capital hopefully will start to grow nicely with this plumpness in it. Get a builder going. Let's get this sorted. Come on. We need some culture. We need theology. We need to rush this through, and I need to start getting apostles so I can knock Ethiopia's religion out, because I am not having it. Let me tell you now, it's not happening. Not today. Oh, I say that. My God, there are a lot of Ethiopian apostles. Oh boy. That's not pleasant. 1 housing, 1 amenity. I think that's what I'm going to go for. Classical Republic. Let's get this cranking. Wonders I no longer need. Urban planning is probably a good move. I like to get builders because I like builders. Diplomatic League is helpful. Extra great writers might be what I need right now to get myself a little bit more culture. Yes, I think 1 writer has been claimed already, which means there might be if I can figure out who got it. Nope. So what I'm hoping is that somebody has bought and sold a writer and I can go and pick one up, because again, just even like a single book right now would be a huge improvement in culture. I'm going to pick up Buenos Aires quickly. I think visibility over whatever Ethiopia is doing is quite handy. And yeah, just as I thought, they have a massive army just sort of lurking. Really don't want to have to fight Ethiopia, not at this early stage of the game, but I think that's exactly what we're going to end up having to do if we're not careful here. How Brazil have got themselves back into this game, by the way, that's a minor miracle just in itself. I'm impressed with them. Very impressed with them indeed. The more I think about this, I think getting science and going for military engineers, I think that's going to be a really handy thing for me. Being able to just put green districts down without really worrying about it too much, it's going to be a big improvement. Big improvement. Oh, and let's just think about this actually in terms of religion. What is... here's the thing. Ethiopia is actually giving me culture from shrines at the moment. That helps me get theology quicker. Okay, I'll allow it. I will allow it. So Natal will flip to me, and it's a great city. It's really cool. It's right by the Chocolate Hills, but it does not allow myself to continue the line of districts. I must refuse it. As painful as that is, I must refuse it. So Ethiopia will gain that city, and actually that's bad news because they're likely to hold on to it as well. So we do need to keep an eye on that. Did you see that, by the way? Mount Fuji waited until I was done, and then it was like, thanks for that. Here, I'm going to explode again. And you're like, how many, you know what, actually these tiles are very fertile. Don't get me wrong, I'm happy with how fertile the tiles are. Fuji, 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 Fuji. 4 eruptions. 4 separate eruptions to Mount Fuji. That's all I'm saying. Just leaving it out there. That's all I'm saying. 4 separate eruptions. Do we think that's a fair usage or not? I don't know. I don't know. I couldn't possibly say. Just looking at the way this map is going, and I think actually being able to come and steal a couple of cities in this area, if I can plonk one there, that'll be as close to all of these other cities as I can get. And that I think is a really good thing, but I've got to be able to get there. So I think putting cities down there and there is going to be really handy. Is there a nice... Yeah, this route to Cardiff actually is quite handy for that. It's a bit naff, but it puts a road down kind of roughly where I want to go. Oh, there's no need for roads. What am I talking about? I'm building really slowly. Fine, I'll get some food down instead. But yeah, so what I want to do is I want to start putting districts down in this area. First of all, it's clearly got to go aqueduct, right? I think, unless this is a floodplain. Oh, this is the problem. No, because I can put a dam down there. Interesting. I could put a dam down there, or I could just industrial zone it. That's probably the easier thing to do. No, it's got to be dam, ideally, and then industrial zone, because the problem I've got is I'm just limited on population here. So we're going to have to just do that as much as we can. This is such a weird game of compromise. I love it. Like, and it doesn't matter what I put down, by the way, because I'm going to change my mind about 5 times before it's done. Suddenly I'm thinking science is more important than culture. Oh, I think so. Let's get this campus down, then I can get myself a government plaza, try and lure out a couple of districts, and maybe I can just war for them later. I can't say that I'm not likely to do that. I'm a bit of a war monkey, and I know it. It's my weakness. I understand. I accept that. I am one with the war monkey-ishness. There's theology, by the way. How's my great writers coming along? Am I the only person getting it? I am the only person getting it. I could just get myself a great writer. That would be relatively entertaining, but I'm saving my faith, because if my religion comes out of style, then yeah, we're gonna have problems. There's Cardiff, by the way, which gives me again more visibility, and there's loads of space. I think, yeah, settling down in this direction got to be a huge priority for me. I'm building walls, that'll get engineering, then I'm going currency, and we're going to go up to dams, and then apprenticeship. Science is what I need. Science is always what I need, but we need to get it quicker than I have been so far. Just gonna borrow Cardiff's military quickly. I'd like to go and kill Natal. I just think it's bad news. Oh, if Ethiopia get it, I'd have to... It's really tough. I'm gonna kill it. I'm gonna kill it. There's something tells me that's the right thing to do. I don't know if it is. I could be making a total misplay here, but sometimes you have to go with your gut and you have to say, yeah, go on. That's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to try. So we just picked up theology, which means I now have access to temples, which means I can now fight for my religion a little bit. And the more I think about it, I want to beeline now to culture, because I want to go towards neighborhoods. I think neighborhoods are going to be a really important thing for me to pick up this game. Science is good, but once I've got dams and I've got industrial zones, less interesting. Yeah, much less interesting. Canals are kind of very specifically interesting, but no, I think culture is where we want to go. So that's what I'm going to be looking to do. It sounds weird, but I actually almost don't think I mind if Ethiopia takes this city as well. I've been thinking about it, and if they have both of them, then they may be more tempted to sort of link up infrastructure with my government plaza here, and then I can war for it later. I am, after all, going to get a bit of a samurai rush. This is really good. Really, really good unit, that one. So yeah, maybe I'll do that. I think I'll do that. And finally, a very special shout out goes to Glorious Petra, I Am Salty Tech, Matthew Wilkinson, Paul Coffey, Doughboy91, Sean Gratis, Scott Stratton, Major King Kong, Davalex, Skeptical Bear, Kroger Brand Trail Mix, Alex Noob, Cinnamon Beard, Portland, Petra Ryan, Matthew Hatch, Amir EC, Henry, Rom88, Radiatore, Private Selection, Genoa Salami, Boy Zorro, Callum Billy. Thank you for all of your support, and everybody that supports the channel generally. You're all brilliant. Thank you.